Alrighty, we're looking at my Dan Wesson 357 Magnum. First thing I'm going to address, this is the holster it normally rides in. Both sides are cut for belt carry. This one's unusual. This is the 9R2 that Bianchi used to make. With the shoulder straps on this one, you wore it upside down with your butt, your gun facing the ground. If you needed to pull it, you just pulled it straight out through that front brake. It's like a clamshell type holster. Some people say that method of carry is unsafe. Some say it's inefficient. I rarely have that problem since I usually wear this holster on my hip. And the front brake design works naturally with my motion of my arm. I simply bring the gun forward, bring the gun up. And if anybody from Bianchi happens to look at this, please bring this holster back. It's the best thing y'all had going. I love this design. I know it's been out of production a while, but I'd rather be able to find some of them and not have to pay an outrageous price for a used one on eBay. I like the short-barreled revolvers, 357 Magnum and 44 Special, because they give me a compact revolver with a lot of horsepower. These bullets are the 146 grain Spear. They're the little half-jacketed type. I have found them to be incredibly accurate in every 357 I have shot them in, as well as the 210s and the 225s and the 41 Magnum and the 44 Magnum respectively. Spear, please bring these back. I know they're not the sexiest bullet on the market. They just keep working. And I'd like to see these come back. Daniel Wesson was the designer of this particular firearm. When the Wesson family of Smith & Wesson sold the company out to corporate interest, Daniel Wesson, who was an engineer at the time with the company, decided he'd take his portion of the profits and build the proverbial better mousetrap. At the time, this is back in the late 70s when he started, you could either get a gun that was as strong as the Ruger Security 6, or you could get a gun that was as smooth as the Smith & Wesson K-frame. Your option to get both prior to that was just be a man and carry the in-frame Smith, which was a 357 Magnum built on the 44 frame. This gun is unloaded, and by using this nut, unscrewing your barrel and the barrel shroud, you can change your barrel length. I have the 4, 6, and 8-inch barrels for this gun, as well as a variety of grips. I can configure it any way I want to, be it for a concealed carry gun, a uniform duty gun, a 6-inch barrel maybe for a target or a long-range hunting gun, or the 8-inch just for shooting targets at long range. A lot of videos are going to cover the genius of the switch barrel design. Daniel Wesson gave us a gun that could be tuned to an incredible amount of smoothness and yet be very strong. This gun, the front latch is up here where you release your cylinder. It locks in both the crane here and in the back there. So you've got a cylinder that locks up double. Built on a very strong design and a very modular design. So this gun covers a lot of territory. When you find them on the used market, they're generally not cheap. This is my second Dan Wesson. The first one I had was a stainless steel version with fixed sights. It got stolen many years ago. One day I hope to recover that gun, maybe. I've had this one 15 years, 18 years. And this setup works remarkably well for carrying in the woods. I have a powerful cartridge that I can use to kill a rattlesnake, coyote, hogs, deer. Just really a classic design, designed by a genius. Unfortunately, his business skills weren't as good as his engineering skills, and the company went through several owners, corporate interest, and now it's owned by CZ. They did bring these revolvers back out for a very short time, and then focus now mainly on building 1911s. So, if you're a guy that favors a revolver, and there are a lot of us that still do, for a lot of uses, because the revolver has the advantage of not being tied to a magazine or charging device. Yes, I can use speed loaders to load it if I need to, but I can also load individual cartridges. It's also got an advantage. It gives us in horsepower. Those are, again, pretty stout 357 Magnum hand loads. Even out of the 2-inch barrel, they're stroking about 1,400 feet a second. Again, I'm not going to publish the exact load because that could lead to liability issues. But these guns were beautifully finished. They're great designs. If you can get your hands on one, it would be an asset to your collection. If I had to choose one gun that could do just about anything, this would be the one. Because with the different barrel lengths, it could be a uniform duty gun, or for open carry with a short barrel, concealed carry, a woods gun, target pistol. This gun can cover a lot of ground. Am I particularly undergunned with a revolver in the day of high-capacity semi-automatics? Not really, because I'm going to make my 6 shots count, and I'm going to have a couple of speed loaders handy to go if I need to. The other advantage I've got is I shoot a revolver so much that I'm very proficient with it. The third advantage, well, when something gets hit with those powerful cartridges, it's going to stop. So this is a look at my Dan Wesson. Has good sights, incredibly smooth trigger from many years of being shot. It's a very strong gun, and it's one I'll continue carrying on for many more years. Later on.